will show you the push and the get breakdown in the date range field. So with the date range field, what you can do is you could choose two values within one field. What do I mean by that? This is what I mean. So let's say I take a date range, all right, and I play with this. Let's say now I go into the date range and I choose values. So today happens to be the 11th of August, so let's say I choose 12th, and then for end date I'll choose 31st. Now you can see that we've got two values, one over here, which is this, the start date, and the other is this, which is the end date. So you've got two values that you can either get from Salesforce or push to Salesforce, either or. So first I'm going to show you the push, then I'm going to show you the get. To do the push, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create opportunity, and there are two fields I'm going to populate. The start date is going to go into opportunity creator date, and the end date is going to go to close dates. That's it, and that's what I'm going to do. So opportunity creator date and close date, and afterward I will do a get to return both of these values back into the start and end date for that specific element. Right, so let's rock and roll. So we've got a date range field, and I'm going to get a text box, and we'll call this one opportunity name, and the next one's just going to be called opportunity stage. Op name, and this one can be op stage, and I'm just going to give it a default value of prospecting like that. Then next up, we will go ahead and get a button, and then this one I'm just going to rename it to create. Alright, let's click on the hyperlink, go configure action, Salesforce action. We're going to go ahead and create ourselves a push. I'm going to create an opportunity. We're going to start with all the mandatory fields that are required. So which is opportunity name. So let's do op name. Then we'll do stage for stage. Now the close date is my end date. So as you can see here, I've highlighted, or we've highlighted the end date for you. Okay, so here now I'm just going to choose my end date, and then the created date is going to be my start date, which is over here, all highlighted for you. So now you can choose this, and then I'll show you all the mapping we've done so far. So we've got op name, stage, end date, start date, and I think that's all is required to create an opportunity. I'll just double check here, make sure that there are nothing else I'm missing here. So stage, close date, name, and forecast catch-up, but I don't think that even matters. Alright, so we're good to go really. Click apply, close, assign my action, apply, and we're good to go. Alright, so I'm going to call this one op date range, and then what we'll do is we'll choose the first and then 31st. So first being the created date and 31st being the end date, and I'm just going to go ahead and create it. Now after this has been pushed through, I'd like to go and check the integration log. And there it is, my opportunity has been created. So take me directly to Salesforce, and I will highlight the attributes that we've just pushed in. Alrighty, so as you can see, that's come in nicely. The close date we selected 31st of August, which has been populated correctly, and the created date we selected the first has been populated correctly. So it's that easy to do the push, and now let's do the get to bring that data, or this data specifically, back in there. So what I'll do is I'll take this opportunity ID. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Copy that back in here, And I'm just going to remove the default value, which is prospecting, so this is empty. And then let's do a Salesforce get. Choose opportunity, and this one is going to be, we'll do onload. Condition will be opportunity ID equals static, which is my opportunity ID. And in the mapping, just the way you did it with the push, it's the same. So in the start date, we'll bring back the created date, which is going to be opportunity created date. End date is going to be end date, which is going to be close date. Name will bring the name, and the stage will bring the stage. Very, very simple. Apply, close, save, and then preview. And just like that, there's our data. And as you can see, that comes from the start date, that comes from the end date. But it is within one element that I've managed to achieve this. So I've shown you the push, where we'll be able to push the start date to be this, end date to be that, and this to be the opportunity. And then using the opportunity ID, we've done a get to return the close date, end date within our one element. And that's it.